Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P16E2 indicates a PGM-FI-ACG LIN communication error, specifically related to the Honda CR-V model manufactured in 2023 and later. The acronym PGM-FI stands for Programmable Fuel Injection, while ACG refers to the alternator control generator. The core issue pertains to a communication failure within the LIN communication system that links the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, to the alternator's battery sensor. In this situation, the PCM is unable to receive the necessary information from the alternator, indicating a communication fault that results in the DTC being stored. It's crucial for diagnostic technicians to evaluate each component involved methodically to find the root cause of this error, considering that improper connections or faults in circuitry could lead to such communications issues. Before further troubleshooting, it's essential to familiarize oneself with the steps outlined in this manual for efficient and accurate diagnostics. The DTC P16E2 describes a LIN communication error between the alternator and the PCM in the Honda CR-V 2023. LIN stands for Local Interconnect Network, which is a network protocol used to connect the vehicle components. In this error, the alternator is unable to send the necessary signals through the LIN communication line to the PCM. This disruption prevents the PCM from getting real-time information about the alternator's performance, thereby resulting in the detection of an abnormality and ultimately the storage of the DTC. The alternator itself is located in the engine compartment, typically near the top front of the engine. It is vital to inspect this area thoroughly for any loose connections, especially at the +B terminal, which is known to contribute to this error when not secured properly. Several possible causes could lead to the DTC P16E2 alert. One of the primary causes is a loose connection at the alternator's +B terminal, which is crucial for power delivery and communication. If this terminal is not securely connected, signals may not pass through effectively. Additionally, a faulty alternator can directly impact the signals sent to the PCM, resulting in communication failures. Another concern could be a defective PCM, which would not process the received signals correctly. Lastly, wiring issues such as open or shorted circuits within the LIN communication line can inhibit the signals from reaching the PCM, causing it to store the DTC. Overall, a thorough examination of these components is essential to pinpoint the exact cause of the error. When DTC P16E2 is triggered, several symptoms may manifest, indicating potential issues within the vehicle's electrical and control systems. One of the most common signs is the illumination of warning lights on the dashboard, signaling to the driver that a fault exists. The PCM's failure to receive signals from the alternator could lead to irregularities in vehicle performance, such as difficulty starting the engine or overall poor responsiveness. Furthermore, charging system issues may arise, which involve the battery not being charged correctly by the alternator, resulting in a drained battery or electrical failures. Addressing these symptoms promptly is essential to prevent further complications in the vehicle's operation and to maintain a reliable driving experience. The first troubleshooting step involves checking for loose terminals, particularly on the alternator's +B terminal. A loose terminal can often be the simplest yet most impactful reason for the DTC P16E2 to trigger. Technicians should carefully inspect the connections to ensure they are secure and free from corrosion or damage. It is equally important to examine other related connections, including those from the 12-volt battery sensor, as any disruptions in these areas can contribute to the communication errors experienced by the PCM. Taking this systematic approach can often resolve the error if loose connections are the primary issue. The second step requires a thorough inspection of the LIN circuit. This involves checking the continuity of the communication line to ensure that signals can travel without interruption. Technicians should look for possible shorted connections that could disrupt the normal flow of electrical signals from the alternator to the PCM. If the LIN circuit is found to be open or shorted, this can result in a communication failure, necessitating further investigation. It's also important to consider the operational condition of the components integrated into this circuit, as a failure at any point can directly contribute to the DTC being stored. Next, attention turns to inspecting the alternator's function. Technicians should check whether the alternator is producing the required output and whether it maintains that output under typical operational conditions. A faulty alternator not only fails to supply the necessary voltage to the battery, but can also send incorrect signals to the PCM. If the alternator fails to perform correctly, it could lead to various electrical draws that disturb the communication between components. Analyzing the alternator using specialized testing equipment can assist in determining its efficiency and condition, guiding further repair actions. The penultimate troubleshooting step involves inspecting the Powertrain Control Module, PCM. It is vital to confirm that the PCM is receiving appropriate signals from the alternator through the LIN communication network. Any defects within the PCM can lead to misinterpretation of data, resulting in the error code. Hence, checking the connections at the PCM to ensure they are secure and undamaged is paramount. If everything appears normal but issues persist, it may be necessary to conduct even more detailed diagnostics on the PCM itself to ascertain its operational integrity. Evaluating the PCM ensures that the core processor is functioning correctly, thus eliminating it as a potential cause of communication failure. After addressing the identified issues that led to the DTC P16E2, it's essential to carry out a final repair verification. First, technicians should clear the DTC from the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, to eliminate past errors and prepare for new tests. After clearing the code, a test drive of the vehicle should be performed to enable evaluation of its performance under various conditions. During this drive, technicians need to remain vigilant for any warning lights or irregular operations that could signal remaining issues. If the vehicle operates normally without triggering the P16E2 DTC again, it indicates that the troubleshooting guided the repair process effectively, ensuring a successful resolution of the initial problem. Preventive maintenance can significantly reduce the chances of encountering issues like DTC P16E2 in the future. Regularly checking the connections at the alternator and ensuring the integrity of the terminals can prevent communication faults. Additionally, routine inspections of the 12-volt battery and its associated sensors will help maintain optimal performance. Monitoring the electrical system's health should be a standard practice, as it allows technicians to identify minor issues before they escalate into major faults. Over time, these simple preventive measures can lead to a more reliable vehicle and extend the life of the Honda CR-V's essential components. In summary, DTC P16E2 represents a communication error within the LIN system between the alternator and the PCM in the Honda CR-V 2023+. Understanding the importance of secure connections, particularly at the alternator's +B terminal, is essential for resolving such errors. A systematic and thorough inspection of each component involved, from wiring to individual parts like the PCM and alternator, is vital for effective troubleshooting. By following the outlined steps and ensuring regular preventive maintenance, vehicle operators can effectively mitigate the risks associated with communication failures in the future. Ultimately, addressing DTC P16E2 with diligence leads to better vehicle reliability and enhanced overall performance. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.